Hey, what's up, New Light Electrical? My name is Steven. In this video, I'm going to be going over 3 things that you can start doing today that will actually start putting you above your competition when your competition or when people are searching for your services online, in turn getting you more high quality jobs. Now, if by the end of this video you can see that I do have the technical know-how to get this done, you can reach back out if you like and we can chat, or you can just take this information and implement it yourself. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump right in here. First thing I'm going to be going, or the 3 things I'll be going over, are content, citations, and backlinks. Now, content is everything on your website, but we're primarily focused on your homepage here. Google likes to see at least 1,500 words of content on the front pages of these service-based industries such as yours. This gives you plenty of opportunity to add in all the buyer intent keywords and keyword phrases that people are searching for when they're searching for your services online. Now, the first thing I did was pull up the main competitor here, and this is in Durham, but this the, this is relevant for everywhere. All right, I'm just using Durham as an example. So, Volt Doctors is number one in Durham for these electrical related services, and I threw them into a tool here that I subscribe to called Ahrefs. Now, this tool pretty much gives me a behind the scenes view of what Google uses to rank websites. Now, their website is currently being found for 130 keywords, and it was clicked on 323 times just in the past 30 days. So I went ahead and threw your website into the same tool, and your website is currently being found for 6 keywords, and it was clicked on 17 times within the past 30 days. All right, so let's go back to our competitor, and we can actually click on this 130 here, and this will pull up all 130 keywords that they're currently being found for. Now, we don't need all of them, but the ones we want to pay attention to are the keywords with the locations tied to them. And in this case, it's going to be Durham, right? So electrician, Durham, NC, that term alone was searched right around 210 times in the past 30 days, and their website was clicked on 73 times. Now, I know you see energy efficient microwave was searched 500 times, but that's not buyer intent, right? They're just looking for information. So we are focused on buyer intent keywords for people looking for this service. And there's a bunch down here. So let's go ahead and look at your keywords. So you have 6 keywords, click on that. Electrician, Wake Forest. So you're doing good on these Wake Forest, right? You're on all those. And it looks like you're in 8th position. So you're down towards the end of the first page. So we definitely want to get up towards that top to get a lot more clicks there. But we also would want to get you in Durham and Raleigh, all those areas, right? And I'm going to show you how to get you up in that position in just a little bit. But for now, it would benefit you really to look at these keywords and make sure that they're on your site, right? Especially your Durham area site, right? Okay. So that is it for content. Next thing I'm going to be going over are citations. Now, when people are searching these terms like electrician, Durham, NC, studies have shown that right around 45% of those people will be clicking on one of these businesses. Now, this section right here is the map pack, and this is your Google business profile in here. Now, most people are under the impression that it's reviews that are kind of like the main factor in getting you placed in this map pack. And that's not the case. It is a factor. There are many factors, really, but the driving factor are what we call citations. Um, a citation is basically your business's name, address, and phone number on a directory online, like something like Yelp, Yellow Pages, White Pages. Those are some examples of some of the good ones, right? Now, it used to be the more citations you had, the more directories you were in. If you were in more directories than your competition, that would pretty much guarantee you a spot in the pack. That's not the case in 2025. Um, Now Google doesn't really care about the number of citations so much. They care about the source of those citations. So there's kind of a new way of doing it. There's these we call them 3 major data aggregators, and they are, and keep this in mind, Data Axle, Newstar, and Foursquare. If you get in those, they will actually push your information like downstream to hundreds of like smaller apps navigation systems and directories automatically, right? But there are some core consumer directories that you should get into manually that these aggregators don't cover. And for example, Yelp and BBB, Angie, those are some examples. You can actually search that online and it'll give you that list, right? It's important too to have all your data consistent. So your name, address, and phone number needs to be consistent across all those platforms because AI uses those to check for data consistency, right? And once they see that, they'll actually start recommending you when people search for them in like ChatGPT and Google Gemini, right? So, like I said, you want to be in those three major data aggregators and like those top three core consumer directories. Okay, and that should get you up into the map pack of the area that you service or whatever your service address is. Now, underneath the map pack is the Google's organic search results listing. Now, the number one spot here captures right around 40% of all clicks. So it's the map pack. The map pack captures 45%, but it is split up between these three businesses. This is 40% all by itself, right? So it's the most clicked on position on the page. The main driver here are what we call backlinks. Now, backlinks, it's essentially when you have other websites on the internet that have a link on their website that when clicked, that leads back to your site. Now, Google uses these backlinks as like an online referral system. And the more relevant that site is to your industry and the more trust that is built with Google, the better. So, for example, say you have a local blog page, popular local blog page, or a popular industry related site that's linking back to your site, that's what's actually going to help push you up in Google's rankings. However, since you guys are an electrical company, say you have a website like Pizza Hut linking back to you. Now, Pizza Hut is very popular, very trusted, gets a lot of traffic, but it's not going to do you guys any good for ranking purposes because you don't sell pizza or really have anything to do with pizza. I want to bring up this competitor again, and this is that tool once more, but now we want to look at this backlink profile section. So to be clear at this point, it's through your content, specifically your keywords that Google finds you for what people are searching for. And once they find you, to determine where they're going to place you on that list, it's all dependent upon your backlinks and the quality and the relevance of the websites that are linking back to you, right? So right now, our competitor has 257 backlinks coming from a total of 193 other websites. They call them referring domains in here. Let's go ahead and take a look at yours. You have 151 backlinks coming from a total of 85 other websites. Okay, so that's not bad, but it's not necessarily about the number, right? It's about the relevance and the quality of these backlinks and especially these websites that are linking back to you. So let's go back to our competitor and we want to see where they're getting their backlinks because that's what's pushing them up in the rankings. Okay, so we can click on that 193. That's going to bring up all 193 websites that they're currently getting backlinks from. You want to go in here and go down the list, all 4 pages of it. It's time consuming, but definitely worth it. And get backlinks as well. Now, if you were to do this, and this is dependent on what, assuming your content and your keywords are on point at this point, you would eventually put yourself in contention for like the number one spot here. Now to really push you over the top, you want to do that with like the top 3 to 5 websites. And eventually, it would take a little while, but you would eventually most likely take over that number one spot and take over all that traffic, right? So let's go ahead and recap. First thing is content. You want at least 1,500 words on your front page with the right keywords and the right amount of a lot of those keywords. Second are citations. You want to be in those top 3 major data aggregators, Data Axle, Newstar, and Foursquare, and then the top 50 core consumer directories, those top 50 directories to really get yourself into the map pack. And then backlinks, meaning you need more relevant websites linking back to your site to show Google that you guys are the authority when it comes to electrical companies in and around the triangle area. All right. Now, Like I said at the beginning, you can take this information and implement it yourself, and that's fine. Or if you want to book a discovery call with me, my name's Steven. My number is 910-551-2006. I live right here in North Carolina, or you could just simply respond back to this email. But either way, I appreciate your time, and I hope this was proves to be beneficial for you. But have a good rest of your day. Take care. Bye.